beautiful. It's such a great design. It looks so nice. And like the tank top and the shorts was the first outfit that I bought together. And it just, I could wear them every day. I could wear them everywhere. They're so comfortable. So I was just thrilled to find, good quality, like, different designs that I could wear every day because, sometimes it's fun to wear, something that says, BBC slut or, whatever. But like, I really enjoy being able to wear something that's classy enough. I could wear anywhere, anytime, to anything, and I really appreciate that QoS Seal, provides that for my official QoS wardrobe.
I've seen on your social media. Can you tell us all about some of the occasions where you worn the official seal out in public?
Oh yeah, many of them. So for instance, the last few months I was staying out in California a lot with my own Cuck who's out there and he's a photographer. So I was just trying to kind of like get a lot of work done. So basically every day we went out and we would do a nice hike, we would get some tacos, and then we would take some content somewhere. And most of those days I was wearing either my official jacket, my QoS Seal jacket, or my shorts or my tank top and my shorts as like either what I was wearing to take my content or just like my comfy clothes in the car, like driving around. So like I'm getting tacos in my QoS Seal outfit. We're sitting overlooking the ocean and I'm just kind of hanging out with my jacket on over whatever else I'm wearing. And it's always funny because I have some people that'll come right up to me and compliment it. They don't always make it clear that they know kind of what it's about, but they'll say, hey, I really like how that looks. Hey, ooh, I love that. Like, where'd you get it? And, that'll be men and women. So, I mean, I just love to wear it wherever, but yeah, especially out there, the beach, to go to get food, just driving around every day.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. My goal was to make it where someone can run to Target or Home Depot on a Saturday morning or to go get coffee and tacos, things like that. Exactly. And it's kind of like, if you know, then you know.
Yeah, and it's fun. Like, I have him running around with me doing errands and I'm, walking in front and I'm wearing my official QoS outfit and I've got my little cucky behind me carrying my purse. So it's, just really showing how proudly and openly I live my lifestyle for sure.
I commend you on being able to live that open lifestyle. How did you evolve into Lady Anaconda?
Well, it's funny. I was a Cuckoldress in college, but I didn't know that's what I was doing. Like, I didn't have any working knowledge of kink or fetish spaces or the cuckolding community or anything like that. I was just, finally in college, right? Finally free to just explore, do whatever I wanted to do. And I was on at a big school, so there was a lot of people there, a lot of people from different countries, people I'd never met before, right? I was 18. And that meeting guys, basically white guys, sorry, but it's facts, that were obsessed with the fact that I was going out with black guys, and they openly would say, wow, that's so hot, or oh my God, like he asked you, like just being like weirdly interested in me dating another guy. And up until that point, I had only really dealt with men being, basically jealous or disinterested in talking about other men. And then just the way they would sit around and talk about the same athletes, like just constantly all day and like kind of obsess about them. I would start making fun of them that they were all, that they were gay or that they were obsessed with black guys, or maybe they were the ones who wanted to try black dick and like, maybe they wanted to have, and they would like get mad, but some of them didn't get mad. Some of them wanted to drive me to my dick appointments. They wanted to, drive me around with black kings. Like they wanted to pay for my dates or take me on a date and then bring me to meet, who I was actually going to have sex with that night. It just became my natural lifestyle. And I was talking about how much better black men were to anybody that would listen. I was like emasculating and humiliating white guys I was around constantly on campus, at parties, just constantly. It was just like what I was known for. But I wasn't online. I didn't know that there was other people like me. I didn't know there was a lifestyle for this officially. I didn't know that there was, a whole world for it. I was just living. Like I had friends that were on Twitter and stuff like that. I wasn't interested. I was like, I had literal bitch boys paying me to exist in my natural life every day, and I just didn't have labels for it. So that was years ago now, and it evolved from there, just basically being exposed to the way I could connect online with the same, cucks that have that kink and those desires and that mindset.
So when did you first go black?
Oh gosh, that was like 2009.
Compared to college, I mean, so I'm saying, so you said by the time you were in college.
Year one.
I got you. So sometimes
came from a little country town, so that whole song and dance, and just finally went to college and was like, oh, there's like, men here, like, there's boys here and there's men here. Okay, this is an upgrade. This is a lot better.
I got you. So immediately after, that's when you were getting the comments from the white boys about, oh, you're dating black guys now?
Yeah, one of my like not roommates, but like dorm mates, like she was on my floor. She's like, you're tall, like you should be. She's like, you shouldn't be dealing with like these white guys, because she saw one like walk me to my dorm, and like just the way he was talking to me, this like short little white guy, and she's like, you're not like sleeping with him, right? And I was like, oh God, no, like what do you mean? And she's like, oh no, you need to be with black guys. And this is like when I first went to college, so that was like the very beginning of the year. And after that, like it was game over, because that was when I first learned about like how useful Facebook could be back in those days, especially like, the kids today, they just don't appreciate, they got so many social apps, dating apps. Like you get on Facebook when you're in college and you add somebody, say like one of the football players, if I added him on Facebook, not only would he add me back, but every single one of his teammates would add me back. And it's just like, once you opened the door, it was just open invitation, basically. So it was a beautiful thing, and I'm forever grateful to her. Shout out to a real one.
That's what's up. So started in college, and then you said you kind of, because we're talking about the evolution of Lady Anaconda. Mm-hmm. So yeah, after college, like let's see, you started out freshman year, then you had the white boys that love to drive you, take you, prop you up for the Kings.
Even when I wasn't on campus, I could be home and I would have one of them drive like an hour to pick me up, to drive me to my dick appointment, to wait, to then drive me home. And then I guess they went home after that. I don't really care. So yeah, like that's how you got to groom them, baby.
I got you. So, and now, like Lady Anaconda is a brand. You have your business, you have models that work with you. You have so much going on. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Absolutely. Well, like I said, when I kind of finally saw that there was a whole online community to connect me with everybody that was interested in this, basically like the first thing I wanted to do was make sure that, because I could see that, women online, like they were networking and they were working together, even if they had their own separate brands, they knew, okay, like we push each other, or if we get together and like just do a little lunch or do a little content, it just builds your network. And I was like, well, I'm always going to be trying to put the women around me, onto, whatever is going to empower them, make them money, give them power on their terms, so I knew I wanted to do the House of Anaconda also, as I built my Lady Anaconda brand, so that I could have, the ability to connect with other women that had goals, that had, other skills, so that we could benefit each other, so that we could make each other, even better. And obviously also so I could help spread like, the message of be your own boss, do your own thing, and whatever makes you is what's going to make you successful, so I just, it kind of all made sense to do it together from the beginning.
It was great. So right now, who's on team House of Anaconda?
Oh, there's a few of us now because it's been like years that we've kind of had, all sorts of people that we just work with as friends, women that have actually really wanted to, be with the team. Like, Goddess Disney has been, rocking with HOA for a few years now. We have a few powerful goddesses that are making a lot of money online. It's like really gorgeous to see how much they just get in there every day and dominate. So we've got Goddess Sapphire, Daddy Sapphire, we've got HOA Python, some King Tiger Python. A new addition is Killer K. We've got Queen Kiara and Viper. Everybody knows Lady Black Viper is just killing it. She's got her cute little sissy. You should definitely have her on because she could come on with her sissy, Cassandra. They live a 24/7. She has her shout out. She just got married, actually. HOA model Viper. She just got married to her Black King, and they live with their sissy Cassandra, who is a very good girl. I think I'm allowed to say that because she's been doing a lot of good stuff for HOA for a while now. So at least in that term.
And congratulations to them.
Yeah, like I can't wait to celebrate with them, soon for sure because they deserve all the tribute and happiness. She's such a badass. So yeah, it's just very blessed to have any women, really rocking with me, let alone, these badass bitches. So shout out to Anaconda Noir and House of Anaconda. And there's just so much to come, like, because there's so much that we all want to do individually, like goals and like projects that we want to do. And, the whole point of the team is to like help everybody achieve both their individual goals and our goals as a team. So I'm really excited.
I love seeing on social media, when you share everyone's posts. And in fact, this morning already, I learned of the wedding, and I was like, let me click on this and dive into it. But I'm so glad you shared with us, and we're so very happy. I think that's so beautiful when you can live a complex lifestyle, that's really outside of the normal, and it works for everyone.
It's crazy though, because I was just talking to, shout out to Sensual Circus. If we want to, when we talk about the lifestyle, I'm going to have to mention the parties that he throws because he, really tries to help bring women into the lifestyle. But we were just talking literally the other day about that. And, just the fact that so many people have been conditioned, partially by our slut shaming wannabe Christian culture, just to accept cheating, to accept lying, not being honest with ourselves, sneaking around, feeling shame for no real reason, about desires or thoughts that we may have. Like, we've just accepted like that's those types of lifestyles versus, accepting this whole world where you can make your own rules, like you can express yourself how you want, you can find people who validate you and what you need and what you want to like feel your best self, feel happy, feel alive, feel connected. Like, back in the day, people were having a lot more community, open, just kind of, sleeping with each other, but like, their partners and their partners, but like it just used to be much more accepted. And it's just, it's really sad to see how much people have like accepted that cheating is normal. Lying, cheating, sneaking, stealing, whatever, that's all normal. But cuckolding, that's crazy. Swinging, that's wild. That's outside the norm. Like, it's just interesting to me. And I'm glad to see it expanding and becoming more accepted that this is outside the norm, but the norm isn't norm. So
I'm going to switch gears on you.
Let's do it.
I like to follow you on Twitter because Twitter is a bit more uncensored than the gram. And
yeah, the gram is whack sometimes.
Yeah. So, and on Twitter is where I saw that you probably hit a checklist for a lot of queens of spades out there by meeting up with Shane Diesel.
Oh my God. Now I need a minute to compose myself now. Hang on. Yes, Daddy Diesel, a legend, truly. I've been blessed though. Like I just the fact that I've been allowed the privilege. First, a few years ago, I had the privilege of meeting Prince Yashua, who's really had my back and just shown me more love than I could ever feel like I deserve. And then the fact that Daddy Shane Diesel, similarly in that he wanted to validate the work that he saw I was doing to try and elevate the term QoS, elevate what it means to be like, oh, I'm a queen of spades, I love black men. Like, okay, do you? Like, what do you do? What do you do to show that, other than just sexual satisfaction? So I really appreciated, that kind of feedback. And then obviously, selfishly, the amazing experience of being able to worship that legendary Dick is just like amazing. And just such gentlemen, like just, oh my God, like just so dominant. It's like, I was just so naturally just like, I just wanted to be on my knees, just kissing their feet. And it was just came so naturally. And it's, I don't know. I just want it to happen every day forever. I just want to live in that moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that was fantastic. Daddy Shane Diesel, I can't wait to see you again soon. Yeah.
And just for anybody that hasn't seen, is the footage out yet? Because all I saw was a little bit. I just think I saw the picture on Twitter.
So
where can people see more of that?
So here's the deal, and it drives people that basically, like white boys especially, that don't see themselves as submissive. It drives them crazy because they'll just like want to see something, and I'll be like, oh, it's not released yet, I'm making too much money on it not releasing it. Because when you're like a findom, when you're a financial dominatrix online, you're making a lot of money in like your rinses every day, just like sending pieces or short videos or little audio clips to your subs, to whether it's on your site or just on a texting or a platform, whatever. So I definitely kept a lot of it offline for a while and was just kind of using it for like my highest paying subs. But now it is posted, I think, well, you know what? I think it is on ManyVids, and it's definitely on OnlyFans. And remind me to give you free trials to everything, because that's what I do for Black Kings. Like Black Kings, they hit me up. I'll give them, either access to my private Snapchat story or, if there's content they're looking to see, because, I just enjoy making betas pay for everything and pay a premium. And not have access to anything that they're not worthy of.
Well, that's great. First of all, I'll definitely take you up on the free access. And secondly, I can't wait till you come out with a masterclass.
Yeah, right? Central Circus has been saying the same thing, that we need to just, have full on tutelage going on. And, I think it's necessary. It needs to be out there.
Definitely, because I think as simple as how to be a queen of spades, there's a lot of wives that want to know. There are a lot of husbands that want their wives to know.
Yeah, well, it's interesting too, because obviously I deal with a lot of cucks online, whatever, betas online, bitch boys, etc., who, or even sissies who they're like, oh, I want a relationship, I want a cuckoldress relationship, and they'll ask, how do I get that, and it's just, there's a few simple things that you can keep in mind, I guess, in terms of like, kind of like we said before, in terms of being a respectful approach and everything. But women are coming from so many different ways of life. Like you don't know quite how sheltered she might be, or quite how open to anything she's ever been, especially sexually. So you can't just like put it on them like out of nowhere, because I think most of them would just feel like, this is something that you're asking for you. What does this have to do with me? You're just trying to use me to get, some fantasy. So that's where I feel like a lot of the goddess worship, the financial submission needs to come into making sure that if your cuck is getting this full experience of living out his fantasy of being, some little black owned cucky pet, whatever, like, don't just think that you have to give it to him just because he asked for it, first of all, or if everything that you want or need out of the dynamic to be comfortable in it isn't met, like, that needs to be a woman's priority. Like, it needs to be about her pleasure first. And that's what I tell them online when they message me about that. I'm like, from the jump, first of all, you have to find out if it's something she would even be interested in, because a lot of women, these cucks will like finally get their girlfriend or whatever to like get into dating black guys, and yeah, some of the women will just leave them. They will just leave the cuck altogether, because they're just like, oh, like, what do I need you for? They're not really being kind of gamed up on the benefits of having, this cucky beta who wants to just love you, worship you, support you, be there for you, and just, wants a relationship with you. And it's just a little bit different than what you always expected a relationship, to be with a man. And you can have a man or multiple men in your life to fill that role, whatever. But some women need to learn about the whole cuckolding dynamic and not just one piece of it, because they deserve to know just how much opportunity and options they have in their life, to have just a perfectly tailored lifestyle, and that there's men of all types out there, and you don't have to try and get everything from one person. But I think that goes back to the main point we were talking about. People think that they have to get everything from one person, and that causes so much unhappiness in people.
It's kind of like in the medical industry, there's a specialist for every part of the body.
Right. Yes, exactly. Ladies, every part of your body deserves attention and exactly what it needs. Maybe you need 6 different bitch boys. 1 to worship your feet, 1 to polish your fingernails, 1 to brush your hair, and then 3 black gods to worship that night yourself. Come on.
This concludes part 1 with Lady Anaconda. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified when part 2 drops. Thank you for shopping the official Queen of Spades seal.